Does your husband come home from work and vent about his day? I know mine does. And for 7 years, that's what our next guest's husband did. And she took those stories and wrote a book. Life on Grayson Island is a tribute to Ellen Champion's late husband, and Ellen joins us this afternoon on Delmarva Life. Thank you for joining us.
It's so nice to be here.
First of all, I want to ask you, the subtitle of the book is Turtles, Snakes, Dogs, and Flakes. 7 years in the land of Oz. Tell us about this Oz and how your husband ended up there.
Okay, first of all, my husband was a lieutenant with the federal police. And he took an after-retirement job on this private island as a special policeman, and we got a cottage to live there, and for 7 years we lived there among these very, very wealthy people, these crazy characters. And so it's an altered state of reality, so I call it the land of Oz.
Oh, okay.
Things are entirely different there than for the rest of the world. So.
Really? Now, your husband came home and told you these stories of his day, and then you decided to write them down and actually publish a book. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I couldn't stand it anymore. He would come home like every other day with these outrageous stories, and he was a very professional policeman, and he couldn't function that way, so he had to be very careful how he acted. So he'd come home and he'd say, "Hon, do you know what happened today?" And he would go through this stuff, and I would just burst out laughing. Finally, I couldn't stand it anymore. After 2 years, I said, "Dear, give me your notes." And I went on the computer. I started writing, and 2 years later, Life on Grayson Island was born, and that's how it happened.
Yeah, and now there were some pretty eccentric people on the island. Tell us about a few of them.
Yeah, well, one of the main characters is Mr. Libby, who is, well, I say was loved by one and all. Actually, it might have been only his wife. And I'm not so sure about her, but anyway, he was a very angry person. He was angry at everything. And one time the teen terrors on the island were stealing golf carts and riding around, but they brought it back. He was so angry he wanted it fingerprinted. And the only problem was it was a pouring rain.
Yeah, he wanted it fingerprinted.
And you can't do fingerprint powder in the pouring rain. So anyway, he was angry and demanded. They called the county police in. The county police told him the same thing. And then the county cop took my husband aside and said, "Is this guy for real?" And my husband said, "I'm afraid so." So he just kept demanding. So my husband did. He was the fingerprint champion. He put powder in every nook, cranny, bolt, and everything on that golf cart. I
remember reading that part.
It probably took him about a year to get it off.
Oh my goodness. Now we have some reviews that we found because a lot of people like this book. I found this book to be a hilarious read and managed to finish it in one evening. They say that laughter is the best medicine, and I have to agree. And I have to agree with that reviewer. The book is refreshing, and I would recommend it. Lynn F. That's wonderful. Now, here's another one. I found Life on Grayson Island to be lighthearted and laugh out loud funny. The author did a great job of bringing the characters and their antics to life with much tongue-in-cheek playfulness. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And we want to let people know that if you would like more information on Life on Grayson Island, maybe read some reviews or the book or contact Ellen, you can just go to our website, delmarvalife.com, click on the show tab. Ellen says you can also order the book at Barnes & Noble. Well, they say music soothes the soul. Coming up on Delmarva Life. This man works for Delaware Hospice, but says what he does is a labor of love. Delmarva Life, life at its best here on Delmarva.